cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the #1 podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. It's time again.
What up, y'all? You tuned in to the 52 Scott Podcast. Welcome to this edition of Black Friday. I'm your host, Slash, and with me I got Comedian 96, K Money, and Freddie G. Together, we the Mind of Men. Don't forget to like and subscribe, plus follow us on Twitter, 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. All right, welcome back to another Black Friday. So this is going to be an interesting show for y'all today. A stronger community. And I'm basically speaking on our communities, you know, our youth, the places where we live, the things that we do, places we go, people we're around. Just basically these things, and how can we create a stronger community from where we are now. I just want to touch on a couple of different viewpoints or different opinions on investing in our communities, social well-being, communication, work ethics, and family values. So I guess we'll start out first with investing. Now, I think investing would make a stronger community because there's been different coaches that's been doing it all their lives. And I think we're just now kind of catching on to this investing thing because of the information that we haven't had.
Question Slash, when you say investing, are you saying investing
Stocks.
Okay, stocks.
Yeah,
real estate,
you know, stuff like that. Not just basically in your own business. We've done that for years. But stocks, you know, investing in stocks.
Well, they have they don't last long though. You know, they'll have the investment clubs. They'll create one. I've been in a couple.
Yeah.
But you're right. They don't last long. They'll last and then they'll dissolve. But if we had something longevity, something like a actual company, you know what I mean?
Well, how about investing within the community, you know, like real estate? Isn't that the type of investing as well?
That would be good investment, yes.
You know, and that can become long-term, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the whole idea, you know, if in your community.
But we talk about that, trying to circulate the dollar in community. It never happens that way because, like I said, not all, but most of the black businesses that I gotta say, not all.
Right.
Most of the black businesses that I will decide to go ahead and, you know, and give a chance or, you know, buy something, they usually overprice what it naturally costs. Now, I don't mind supporting, but at the end of the day, I still want the best deal, no matter what race I'm going to buy this product from. So I still want the best deal. So if I'm going to support, give us reasonable prices. Even if it's a tad bit higher, I'll do it just to keep the dollars.
Yeah.
But if it's double or triple, I just, you know, that's going to be a problem.
So now here's the reason why I think that's being done. Because when we say invest in our community, we invest in a business. We don't invest in the land. You know, other people own the land. So it's only so much we're going to be able to do anyway.
Right. True.
So until we realize that we need to invest in the land, in the community, if we own that, we got something now. It's just us leasing this building over here don't mean we own nothing. We still don't own nothing.
Yep.
You know, so I think that's the difference. And when we think of investing in our community, those are the thoughts we should have because.
So you mean real estate?
Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, but here's the thing, man. I get to investing in the community as blacks, but before we can even invest in the community, we have to invest in ourselves. And what I mean by investing in ourselves is education.
Yeah.
We don't know
What to do.
a lot of us, we don't know enough.
Yeah.
And we don't want to take the time to learn. We want it to happen
research.
fast.
Right.
We want it to, we want to piggyback off somebody else's idea.
Right.
And you going into
Or
a
jump in the middle when you see everything going good.
yeah, you come. A lot of times you got
Yeah.
you got us in the community, man. There'll be another person in the community that's doing well for themselves, that educated and invested in themselves first by educating themselves, get something off the ground, and now the person that didn't want to do the work try to come in and be a part of the work.
And
be
take
a
over.
part of it.
Yeah.
And then when they come in and try to be a part of it and they don't know enough, now it's like you ain't trying to help nobody. You
Right.
ain't trying to, no, I'm not trying to run my shit in the ground because you don't know nothing.
Exactly.
You don't know
can't-
You ain't trying to learn nothing.
Right.
So you got to invest in yourself and educate yourself before you can invest in the community. And if you're not willing to invest in yourself, then shit, the community gonna be what it is.
Right.
White folk gonna come taking
They
over.
gonna
Right.
come take that over.
And there's lots of ways to invest, in yourself, and in your community as well. You can do them both at the same time. That's how serious it is if you're really interested in doing that.
Yeah.
But I think that's important to do in order to make a stronger community, all around the board.
Comedian 96, you mentioned dealing with businesses that sometimes you feel maybe overpriced. But do you spend time actually looking for a business that's black owned?
Yes.
That may offer, a better price instead of quickly shopping with the other man instead of the brother man?
Yes, of course. I went. Now I'm not gonna lie. It was during the COVID period, so I expect to be some price gouging, but they were ridiculous. I went to actually 2 different black businesses. It was introduced to me by my sister because she's big on that. She likes her. She is big on that. Any money she spending on black dollar on black. That's how
Right.
she is. Right now, hair, anything, food, everything. But I'm not like, I'm like that part of the time, not like her. She a soldier.
Yeah.
So, I, on the other hand, we went to 2 different places to buy, and I can tell you what it was. It's elderberry. It's the stuff that you drink.
Yeah,
you do this for your
for
system,
sick-
for your
with your
sickness.
sick-
It was
yeah,
doing that.
elderberry,
And
yeah.
2 of these black places their prices were double. One was double, one was triple. And we left, and we went to where we know you can get it. Because we were trying to support. She was
Right,
like,
right.
Even she was like, oh, hell no. Take that back. When we went to the second place, it was double the price. But their customer service was very, 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 very friendly. And we got it because of their customer service.
Yeah, that'll win
But
every
she,
time. with a
but she
business.
didn't want to get it. I didn't want to get it. But they were just too nice. When somebody too nice, I don't care if it's quadruple the price. I'm gonna get it.
Right.
It's just I love your customer. I love your personality. It's not fake. If it's too fake, I ain't gonna believe it. But if it's
Right.
natural and you just really, really not, I'll get it. I don't care what the price is.
Yeah.
I like customer service. I like that.
So with invested in a community, making it stronger, also our social well-being while we trying to get to a certain level, I think is important also. The mind frame or the mindset or where you are at that point in your life to get to that next step. Are you thinking properly? Are you, even education in that?
I was just gonna say, I think that has a lot to do with educating oneself.
So are we doing this? How do we do this? Do we know who we are, basically, as to opposed to not knowing, who you are as a person. You haven't really found yourself yet. So social well-being, I think, is important to for a stronger community.
Being social with each other in this day and time, it is
Knowing how to be, and not necessarily being social, but knowing when not to say nothing.
True. Yeah, that's true. Yep.
If it's worth your social well-being to keep you from having a headache or being upset because somebody said something, you got to be ready for that.
Yeah.
Because it's going to happen.
If
you
it's
know?
something stupid, I don't even talk,
Yeah,
man.
so-
I don't even want to waste my energy. Why?
Yeah. Your social well-being is very important, man, and it takes a lot of strength.
It comes with maturity.
Yeah, and growth.
Yeah.
You know, so
Some of that stuff boils down to actually having social skills.
yeah. Well, but it's a lot of people have social skills, whether they have, you know, the professional skill. It's just what type of way you talk in your lingo, because everybody can be understood, you know. But it's just, is your lingo with it? Is it professional, or is this hood, or how other people judge of that situation? So your social well-being, excuse me, and your mind state, man, it has to be set in the right place, you know. And not to mention social well-being, communication with other people.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not always what's being said. Sometimes it's how you listen. You know, it ain't always what somebody say to you. It's sometimes how you listen, you know. So it may not be a situation to where you even be affected if you were more open-minded to how somebody is saying something and not judge it from, you know.
You got to be of value to the community in some kind of
Right.
way.
Some kind of way.
Yeah, you gotta you gotta be able to give back, and even if you can't give financially, at least teach somebody how to get it like you got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only way everybody can learn. Because if you getting it, but you keeping it to yourself,
Yeah,
you
well,
ain't
that's
doing
why
nobody
the
no
communication.
problem. Yeah,
The communication is important too. You know, because you could miss something by not communicating with somebody that you probably could have had a conversation with, and found the information that you needed on something that pertained to you doing better in life. But because you didn't communicate with somebody,
Yeah, but you can't force it on folks. The
No,
thing is,
you
they have to be interested in wanting to know.
That is the
because
truth.
a lot of people, and I'm gonna say this generation more or less, they want it quicker and faster instead of
Right.
doing the research or doing whatever studying it may take to learn, you know, how to get to that next level, to that next step.
right?
But communication plays a very
Very
important
big
part,
role,
but you
yeah.
can't force it on
can't
anyone.
now.
yeah, you can't. No, I mean, I get where Slash coming from. I probably told this story a million times before because it irks me. Guy in our community, he had, when we first got out of the military, really hard to find back in 96, 97, 96. And he comes to us. We all looking for a job. Man, I got this great job, man. It pays $50,000. I think it was $50,000 or $60,000 a year. All we doing is watching houses and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, he's giving us the whole spiel. So I'm thinking, okay, cool.
Right.
Next, he's going to tell me where to go apply.
How to go do it?
So
yeah.
I beat him to the punch and say, hey, man,
How
where
do
do
I go
apply?
do this? Right?
Silence.
He didn't say nothing.
Nothing. You had nothing to offer.
Yeah, he didn't want to.
Didn't want to communicate.
He didn't wanna
You know what I'm saying?
communicate.
So I get where you send me like people. You got
Yeah, it's important.
You got to share
You
some
know?
information if you gonna help. You could have said, "Hey man, go here and apply." Whether I get a job or not, even if you hated on me and call them, say, "Hey, this guy put an application in."
yeah.
At least you told me, you directed me where to go. You communicated. So I get what you're saying.
And now, moving on from that, now that you got all these other things, you're investing your social well-being, your communication. Now you can work on your work ethics. Now you can put all of that, what you learn, to work in every situation, in every aspect of everything that you're doing. Follow that pattern. You got the blueprint now. But now it's up to you to follow that pattern. Knowing, invest in social well-being, how to communicate, and not work.
So when you say your work ethic, see, I kind of believe that work ethic got to be in you and not on you.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
And so if you ain't got it in you
You're not
to
gonna
put
do it.
in the work,
Yeah.
you're not gonna do it.
Yeah, you're not.
That's a part of when I mentioned a little earlier, and I said you got to kind of invest in yourself first. That's actually some work ethic to where you have to go in and you have to say, you know what? Let me educate myself to be able to invest in my community. So, I mean, some of that stuff, man, you just got to have it in you.
Yeah, and all I can do is be the messenger. So if you don't do it, It is what it is, you know.
It ain't like you ain't been told. Huh?
It ain't like you ain't been told, because these are the things that's gonna change your life. And everybody want to do something different or have a different type of lifestyle, but hell, you ain't putting no work in, and these are the things that it's gonna take for you to change what you doing. You know,
I think mentally, once one convinces themselves that this is what it takes, you know, get your mind right.
Once your
and
mind
figure
is
out
there,
this
yeah,
what
mindset.
What it's gonna take.
Yeah.
Then they can apply, you know, the steps or the blueprint, like as you just stated, Slash,
Right.
to doing what needs to be done.
I agree, man. You know, if we don't have the work ethic, you know, you're gonna have to work on it. And then now that you got your work ethic, so let's just say everything is planned out the way these viewpoints have went. You invested, you got your social well-being, communication, work ethics. You running your own business. Now your family values got to be tight,
Oh yeah,
because now you got to teach your family how to do what you just did.
exactly.
You got children.
Yeah,
Now you got to teach them. So I just say that these are the steps to a stronger community if you choose to do that. If you don't choose to do it, you don't choose to do it. I'm just saying these are some of this is your cookie cutter process. Invest, have your social well-being on point, know how to communicate, have good work ethics, and have really good family values.
Yep. That last part is it's a struggle.
It
Which one
is
you
what
say
it
the last
is.
part?
The family values, because as a whole, blacks, we're not family anymore.
Not as family oriented as
Exactly.
other cultures.
Exactly.
A lot of other cultures, man, like the Chinese people, you know,
Yes.
Latino people,
Right.
You know, Indian people,
They can
even
all-
African people.
They can all live and work together.
Man, they
But-
have family values, man.
Us blacks, the majority of us cannot do that.
Very few
There's
of
very
us.
few of us.
Yeah.
So like this podcast right here. Not trying to toot our own horn, but I toot the hell out of it. But yeah, we have values that need to be worked on.
Right.
And that's
We
really
do.
the main one. And just because a person's just a family is as far as blood is related.
Right.
Family values could also mean friends of the family, other people you bring in on your business.
Well,
venture,
it
or whatever.
becomes a part of you.
Yeah.
It's how you treat people now.
Yeah.
You know, having family values is how you treat
You
people.
gotta be able to spread it.
Yeah, you know, and it is what it is. So I think it's a wonderful thing if these are the things that we can follow and get more people to do. This would be the perfect thing for our community.
It's not difficult, man.
Nah, it's not difficult. We just got to start somewhere.
Gotta start something.
We got to get enough people to start. You know,
Put some of that ego and pride aside.
Yeah.
Right there.
But that is
a lot of that had a lot to do with it. But yeah, making a strong community. All right, so before we get out of here, I want to talk about our black facts that you can't take back. This one is special. You know, I didn't know this myself until I actually researched this information. But I want to talk about today's technology that everybody now have on their home, everywhere, all over, was invented. This particular invention was invented by a black woman, African American nurse Mary Van Britton Brown.
Mary Van Britton Brown.
Yes, and she created the security system with a lot of today's technology in it back then in 1966. She had cameras where they could sit in a peephole, and she later added a microphone where she can hear, and then she later added a button where she could lock the door, and later added a button where they could call the cops.
Oh wow.
All of this was in 1966.
Golly.
So she created this herself, and her husband helped her patent it back in 1969.
1960.
Is when they was able to get it patented.
So we can call her MVP, Mary Van Bitten Brown.
Brown. Yeah.
She's the MVP.
Yeah.
That's
MVP.
live. That's live.
African American woman, you know.
She's the MVP.
So now most of these home security systems that you see at people's house, that Ring doorbell, all of that's got a camera on it. It's got a
All that,
microphone where you can hear. You know, alarm systems from Brinks, they got a button you can call logs.
I wonder if she's still getting paid for that patent to this day.
Shit,
I
she
would hope
gotta
so.
be,
They saying it.
She should be getting something.
You
That's
know?
live, man.
So-
Black woman.
A black woman created this because she didn't feel safe in her neighborhood. She was from New York. Her husband would go, out of town a lot. So he was never at home. So she didn't feel safe in her neighborhood with all the murders and stuff going on in New York.
Yeah.
So this is what made her come up with the security design. And it's used in homes right now today.
That's live.
That's
That's live.
By a lot of major corporations has invested in cameras, microphones, and security systems. Businesses everywhere got them. The streets all over got them. Everybody's cell phone got them.
Can you Google her net worth? I bet she got to be a billionaire.
I didn't try it because I respect the fact of what she did, period, and how it's.
It's got to be billions. I'm curious. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know how much she make. I didn't check that part, but I just wanted to give her a shout out for what she invented, and this is a African American woman.
That's what's up.
So shout out Mary Van
sir.
Britton Brown. We out.
So that's going to do it for this episode of Black Friday. Hit that like button and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, The 52 Scott Podcast. On Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. Check us out on Monday for Music Mondays. See y'all then.
It's time again. Cherish all the time you spent. You tuned in to. It's time again. Cherish all the time you spent. You tuned in to. It's the #1 podcast. The topics of discussion when we